Well, hello everyone, and welcome to Hogarth's Global Astrology. Know your planets, know yourself, or know your nation, know yourself. And this is sort of like this video is like a quick interlude in between my New Year's special, which I will be doing with Lady G and Dr. Lena Rodriguez. And then Diane is going to be joining us on the 8th of January when she's free. So there's that going on, and I just thought this would be the perfect time just to kind of sort of in a way re-release a video that I made back on the 2nd of August 2021, and this is for my membership, and it comes from the Secrets, Fame, and Infamy playlist. And this is a video that I made about Ghislaine Maxwell. Yeah, we know, an absolute, notorious character. And what it is that I, for my membership, I make these videos in anticipation because that those people are topical, but I also as well, I know that I'm like, you know what, I have a feeling that the wheel of time or the wheel of fate will turn for these characters, and they are likely to become public. So, for example, things that I address in the video. Now, I can't remember everything that I've recorded in this video, actually, all the details, because it's almost like you're channeling at the time. But have a look at the video anyway. But of course, before verdicts of court cases, etc., are confirmed, then we know when it comes to speculating about someone's life or their guilt or their not guilt, is of course at that time it's all allegedly, yeah. And this is also as well why you will see not only myself but many YouTubers actually saying things like for entertainment purposes only, which I also say in the video, but I'll also repeat here as well, for entertainment purposes only. But now we do also as well have a verdict. She has been found guilty. Now, from what I can understand from the news account, she's looking like she's going to be facing like 40 years or something like that in jail. Yeah, big, lengthy sentence. And and that's by the by, and whatever time she gets is what time she gets. But the reason why I'm releasing this video is because it's just to further illustrate how Vedic astrology works. Because and I should say this more, I think I have said it, but planets are people. Let's remember, planets are people, and they have different associations. So the sun, for example, is not only your divine spark this lifetime where you're building your kingdom, it's also your father. Yeah, broadly speaking. Jupiter can also represent the father or any significant men in a person's life. And normally in a woman's chart, this also represents the husband, but it can also represent a brother as well, stuff like that. Venus is women, all types of women, particularly women before they've had children. But it can still represent a woman that's had children, but the moon tends to primarily deal with that. So the moon deals with the mind overall, how we think about things, how we instinctively respond to things. The moon deals with our childhood and our upbringing, but it's also your mother. So what's going on with the moon in a chart also speaks as well to a person's mother. Now, many of you who've had consultations with me will know this already because we would have gone over everything. For example, Mars, for example, represents siblings, but brothers overall. Venus, again, representing women, can also represent sisters and aunties and stuff like that. The planets do multiple things. Mercury represents friends and the mechanism of the mind. Saturn represents things that are mature, old, can represent your grandparents, for example. Do you see? And the layers and layers go on and on. So for those of you that are curious about that, all that kind of stuff, of course, I have my Vedic Apprentice astrology classes, which are basically, for members. It's just, it's a very affordable subscription. So if you're interested in that and learning more about that, I upload a video each week and we go through the details. I've done all the planets, the houses, well, almost all the houses, 2 more to do on the houses, and then we're going to start looking at nakshatras and all of that stuff. Anyway, that's a digression. So in this presentation, which I made on the 2nd of August, we go into the depths and the details of Ghislaine Maxwell's chart, and we look at everything, yeah, her whole life, where she's lived, different things as indicated by the chart. And you will see it would be it's very interesting when it gets to the bit where I start talking about the significant men in her life. Obviously, her father was a really quite a controversial figure, and I go into a bit into that. And then, of course, a certain someone whose last name begins with E. Yeah. So, and of course, those kind of factors can be seen in her chart as well. And it's very complex. It's a very interesting chart. And irrespective of the scandal around the person, I try not to judge too much. But because now she's been judged in a court of law and she's been found guilty, these things are no longer alleged. It's bona fide. It's been up there in the court of law. So I feel I can safely release this video to the public, just for those of you that are interested. You might not be interested in it, but I just thought you might find it interesting to see how these things work, and also as well how I read the energies of a chart. Many of you will know already, and thank you as well for the support and the likes and the comments on my 2022 Christmas special. It was extraordinary. It's had a lot of views as well. So welcome to all the new subscribers. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. And this video will just further illustrate in the sense of what happens between, oh my goodness, there's banging going on downstairs. This is just so ridiculous. I've got this kid that lives down, as you guys know already, but here we are, banging the pot now. And so this shows the relationship of these energies. When one is looking at a chart, we're looking at the energies. So just to give you an example here, I'll just hide the name. This is someone I'm actually seeing later today. This is their chart. So this is a 2-dimensional piece of paper, as we can see. However, a chart works in 4 dimensions at least. This is what I always say to my clients. So here you can see everything in the life, the mother, the father, the siblings, if they're there. We can even look at aunts and uncles, look at bosses, the career, love life, money, etc. It just goes on and on and on if you know where to look. And in a little kind of cheeky plug, actually it's not that cheeky, actually it's quite a nice one. So as you will know, I'm currently offering 25% off all of my consultations going into January, going through. I'll see how long I keep it going, but I'll keep it going for at least another week or so. But let's just say January. So I'm offering 25% off all my consultations. Many of you have booked already, which is wonderful. Thank you so much for that. And it's something that I wanted to do in that Christmas period. As we know, life's not getting any cheaper, is it? So I'm offering 25% off those. Also as well, January is a great time for review, isn't it? Looking at your life, thinking about things, making plans, changes, etc. So there's that. And on the show on Saturday, on New Year's Day, we're also going to be covering those big themes of 2022. Thank you for the people that have already dropped in questions already. So I'm going to start looking through those and start formulating some questions for the show. But I'm also going to talk again about the Kalasarpa Yoga that we're under, Time Serpent Yoga, which goes to the 24th of April, and all the other kind of planetary changes as well. Going to look at that too, because this is a big year. And just what I want to say, maybe as a theme for 2022, which I think you'll recognize, but let's see how it plays out. And one of my themes is leopards will be changing their spots this year. Yeah, I'll say that again. Leopards will be changing their spots. watch out for people that are going to be doing a 180 based on what they were saying before and then what they're saying now. We're going to be seeing lots of things like that. Also, we'll see some spells being broken and potentially new spells being cast. There'll be some challenges, but this will also come to a great time of spirituality as well, particularly because Jupiter and Neptune are going to be sharing the same sign of Pisces in sort of like mid to later April 2022. Wow. Lots of that kind of stuff going on. So, and also as well on the show, I'm also going to be looking at I've looked at the planetary transits, but also their meanings in correlation to tarot cards as well. That aspect too. So, so we can look at those archetypal energy, just makes it a bit easier to understand. Right, that's it from me. So what's going to happen now is at the end of this video, you're going to see come up in the tab, in the picture somewhere, the video for Ghislaine Maxwell. And in there as well, I'll also put a playlist where you can see some of the stuff from archives, stuff that I've already done which is already published, of which you might find interesting. So I hope everyone's had a wonderful Christmas and New Year. And if you don't celebrate Christmas, I hope you've enjoyed the festive period overall. The new year is almost upon us, but not yet. So so I hope everyone has been having a good time, lots of food and drink and all that stuff. Check out the video if you fancy it and see how it's correlated. I'm not going to go into the details of the trial here because I mean, it's just very kind of sinister stuff, and really, who wants to go there? But when you look at her chart, when you look at Ghislaine's chart, a lot of what's happened will make sense. But remember too, also, we are a planet of free will. These were her choices. And now, of course, the karma has turned around and she's going to have to, serve significant time in prison for what she's done. So, thoughts and prayers to the victims and anyone who's been affected by such things as what has been perpetrated by these people. But let's see what happens next year. Very interesting year next year. Lots of spirituality around. There'll be a lot of delusion as well, but there'll be a lot of spirituality, a lot of people waking up, a lot of people asking questions. So I will leave it there. Thanks so much again for all the support of the channel and the new subscribers. You're wonderful. I hope you're enjoying the videos and the content. And the next video you'll see from me will be the live that we're going to do on Saturday, New Year's Day, 6 p.m. EST, New York time, and then 11 p.m. my time, and then it's going to be 10 a.m. Sunday, Australian time, Lena time. And then the week following that, on the 8th of January, we'll have Diane's Tarot back with us. So anyway, thanks so much, everyone, for all the support, and see you all soon. See you on Saturday. All right, bye-bye.